here for another battle report, Warmaster Revolution. Nippon versus Ogre Kingdoms once again, and deployed in the blind, 2,000 points. So Pete and I will now take off the blind. All right, so I'm just gonna go down my units from left to right. I got a, oh, don't want to put that shadow box there. I got a brick of Samurai Knights, my Shogun, Samurai with some regular scrubs. We got some Samurai with the Oni and the Meat Stick Brigade. These Samurai with scrubs who are gonna remember to only move half pace through forest. We get our Tengu and our spiritual leader, as well as some demon hounds over in the far right flank. So these are hills right here. These are forests. And these are impassable terrain, these rocks. And this is what is this called? The Dueling Chaos table. I think this is Warmaster table D.
Right. So I have the same list as last time. This is our Ogre Bulls, 2 units of Blood Belchers, 2 units of Iron Guts, 8 Noblars, 2 units of Rhinox Riders, your Bruiser on Rhinox, Tyrant, Butcher, another Bruiser. So we'll see how this goes. I have my army split, but I can meet you in the center and do some damage.
Yeah, not a lot of, I guess, risk to splitting it. All right, let's, oh yeah, and I have 2 ninja hanging out somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's roll to see first turn. Ooh.
Yeah, we'll go first.
Yep.
All right, starting with the Bruiser on the right. This brigade of ogres. We're looking for a 9.
With room to spare.
Going over here.
Mhm.
The Bruiser on the Rhinox. Let's do the Rhinox Riders
Mm-hmm.
on 9. We're now looking for a 7 because we lose a bonus. So then 20.
Mm-hmm. Still good.
Okay. And the Bruiser will attempt to we'll go to the Tyrant. Tyrant on this brigade. So we're looking for a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Noblars next, so we're looking for an 8. Nope, but they'll go there 10. I think that is everything there. So then on to magic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, I have to do the moves, right? So.
Oh yeah, we always kind of gloss over that. The hero moves.
Magic Butcher on the Iron Guts. We'll do Toothcracker.
Mm-hmm.
Sit on the 6. No shooting, so on to you.
My spiritual warrior on the Tatsu. He'll try to give an order to those Tengu. So 9, first order of the game. Yep. All right, now he'll give an order to the doggos. That's going to be his base leadership, so leadership 8. As is tradition. What do the doggos want to do? All right, so that kind of changes the math. So doggos are going to go 15 this way. Dynamo is going to go for this brick right here. That's in the woods, so the +1 is also negated by the -1 for being in terrain. So leadership 8. Nope, that's only 1 dice. Four and 4, 8. I'll put that back to 2. He'll order them again on a 7 this time. Yep. And they will go 10 again.
It's pretty sweet. These 10 millimeters look like a lot of fun to paint. So
I mean, every time I was telling you this in the text, like I fall into the trap of trying to do more, and the less you do, and you just hit it with a nice wash and pick out some details, and you're good to go.
yeah.
So Mr. Dynamo is done. We'll go. My warrior monk will have the unit of Oni activate on an 8. So looking for a 9, so that's good. So I'm watching Berserk on Netflix, the prequels, and nothing beats the name than the Purple Holy Rhino Knights. So
the anime?
Yeah, it's based off the manga. It's like the prequel, I guess. I don't know. I'm kind of turned around on how the turn of events are in this, but it's actually pretty good. I have ever since like COVID and the babies, I have subtitles always on. Turn the subtitles off because whoever did the subtitles had a different script than how it was translated. It is god awful to watch. All right, Shogun, leadership 10, onto the knights. Oh god, that was only 1 dice again. Sorry. So that's a 2 followed by a 6. All right.
Whoa, that got TTS'd.
What happened? Why? Okay, I'll clean them up on your turn. That's ridiculous.
Okay. Are they? But they're in that.
They're right. That will be the furthest they are. So.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're going to be in this direction. Yep. That was god awful. All right, he's going to go after this Teppo and Samurai Brigade on a 9. All right, everyone activated. Now we're going to have a unit of ninjas pop up. The Shogun's going to do this. All right, and then since it doesn't matter because I'm all done, he's going to try to long bomb this. So -1 for the woods, -1 for a second order. 60, so that is 1, 2, 3, -5. So looking for a 4. Oh, no, nothing happens. All right, now hero moves. All right, I have no magic, and the samurai or the ninjas can shoot 15, and you're just out. So a very long and boring turn 1 for me. Back over to you, turn 2.
The bruiser on the Rhinox.
Mm-hmm.
So, looking for an 8. Got it.
Ooh.
So on a 7 to charge you.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't go today. All right. Go over here. So this will be somewhat annoying. You are
Within 20.
So with the bruiser onto the Ogre Brigade.
Mm-hmm.
Need a 7. Nope. So not ideal, but at least it's something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so then over here, we'll do the tyrants. So on then Good. Okay, now to try this thing over here. So for him to him, so I'm looking for an 8 because of the Tengus.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they're gonna end, right there. Okay, so that's everybody moved. So now we'll move heroes. Okay. He's gonna attempt to cast Bone Cruncher on the samurai. So he'll need a 5 up to cast. And it counts as 3 shooting attacks with no armor save. Nope. Is it them?
Mm-hmm. 5s for the terrain.
One hit. That's 1 armor.
Mm-hmm. And then 1 drive back.
Oh, they're confused.
Nice. Great. Nothing in initiatives. We'll do the home back for the Tengu. 1d6 times 10. Ooh, that would have been terrible if that was a 1. That's going to be 30 centimeters. They'll go back towards the nearest hero.
I know as I can't wait to just play this in person and not deal with the TTS.
Oh, God, yeah. Well, plus since you got your Black Gate miniature stuff, I got my Marty Forge stuff. I have some sexy forces out in the battlefield. All right. Dynamo is going to give the samurai. I didn't do a good job of numbering these, but if you can see it as like an L formation between this 3 right here and then these 3 right here.
I was going to ask you about this because you have like a samurai in column here.
Yep.
And then, right?
Yep. And then these 2 samurai in line. Normally I have them numbered, but I guess I forgot. So if you think of this as an L shape, he's just going to order those 2 units out of this conglomeration.
Okay.
So looking for an 8. Miscast. Just kidding. All right, and then the remaining 2 units touching are going to get an order in an 8. All right, Dynamo is going to yell at the dogs on an 8. Sweet. All right, so now looking for a 7 for another order on the doggos. All right, the dogs are no longer in a dog jam. All right, Warrior Monk is going to give the Oni Brigade an order on an 8. All right, Shogun is going to order the Samurai Cav. Oh, before we do that, let's do my Warrior Monk on Tatsu. And that's a big nopers. So I gotta see how far is half pace. I think they still move their ridiculous amount.
Oh, so you didn't immediately charge them?
I didn't have the room to get as good into it as I want to do. I should have measured it a little bit better beforehand. Sorry about that. So second order on a 8. That's what I get.
Gotcha. Yeah, so then let me move. This dude was over here. It was like over here, I think. Right.
Yep. All right. So shooting, we'll have 3 shots from the Tuppo into the Rhinox Riders. 3 total shots. Looking for 4s. Or I'm sorry. Let's do hero moves. Okay. Now 3 shots into the Rhinox Riders, looking for 4s. So 2.
$5.
And then it would be 4 ups because they're -1 because they're handgunners, but all right. 2 drive backs. So they'll go back 5.
So it's on this one, right?
Yeah, the closest. It would have to be if they're split up like this. 14, 1, 2, and then 14, 7. So it would be this 3 right here.
So these 2 are gonna make way.
Mm-hmm.
Like.
Mm-hmm. And then roll a d6 for each one.
I guess it would only be Iron Guts would do it. Like that. Iron Guts.
They're good.
All right.
All right. That's my turn 2. Turn 3 over to you.
Okay. So initiatives. Big dogs over here are gonna initiative charge to your Tepus. Yeah. How do you want to split it up into those?
It won't matter because it's all one combat, right?
Oh, yeah. We'll just wait till we get there. Then.
Yep, because the stand and shoots will happen. I think now, and then they get carried over to the combat phase.
They should happen now.
Yeah. So 3 on 4s. So 2 -1 to your armor.
So 2.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we'll just do the dice because we'll keep it. We don't know what's gonna happen.
Like, so quite the predicament. I guess I should just start over here anyways. So Rhinox Bruiser will attempt to command these 2 right here.
Mm-hmm.
So yep.
-1.
So look, 7. Yep. So we gotta do one more. Yeah, we'll command him again.
Mm-hmm.
So looking for 6 this time, right?
Yep.
All right. So over here.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. We'll command the lead belchers.
Good. Mm-hmm.
I will do it.
Again on them?
Huh?
Are you gonna order them again?
Yeah. So 7, 6 is what he needed, right? Because it goes down to a 7. He's making a 6. So yeah, they're good.
I got 10 inches or 10 centimeters.
And then we'll be okay like that. Not quite enough, but come on. All right. We are not in charge range, so it'll be 2 commands.
Each one would be minus. Just these guys would be -1 for the first one. Your iron guts. Well, if you do the whole brigade, it would be -1. It's the Then you have to break it up.
The iron guts, just the. I guess it will be iron guts. No.
Well, if you do a brigade order, it would be if one is affected, they're all affected.
Let's do this. Let's do butcher onto the bulls, right? So that would need a 7. Glad I did that. So they'll do their 10. The bruiser will do the brigade. Looking for an 8. Damn it. Oh, that's not going to go well for me. I guess we'll do it like this. But and then I'm going to move the Rhinox here. So I don't know if that's not allowed to do that, but
well, you would do that in your hero move. So, but
it's because like where you place them, does it block the movement of the troops? Like, because if it does, then
no.
Oh, okay.
I mean, not at least how I understand it. Unless I'm
that's
just
what
bleeding
I
over
understood
blue
too,
rules.
right?
Yeah.
It's like they're just tokens on the field, essentially, right? They're not like.
Yeah, I don't think it uses that terminology. I think that's from Blucher, but it makes sense to me to do it that way. They can't be invisible, but then also block your own people. That's just silly. Nobody wants to do that.
Sure, someone will tell us if we're wrong.
Which is the benefit.
See, Noblar's. So I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna need a 7 to just get them
exactly where you want them.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. So what I'll do just to be like that, but they won't be right where I want them. Okay. I think that is everything I could do. This
magic.
Right, yeah. So magic, actually, hero moves first.
Oh yeah.
Sure again, and pray that I can get it on the cavalry because that's gonna be the thing that saves me. Looking for a 5-up. Oh, got it. Dispel it.
Who's the guy casting it?
Over here.
Okay. So on a 4-up. Within 40.
5
within
up
50.
On a 5-up.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna dispel it on a 4-up. Yeah. Nope.
Okay. So 3 shooting attacks, no saves allowed. 2.
2 drawbacks.
Right. 4.
Magic is the only thing that doesn't have to be the closest. So which one of these three going to move back for?
Whatever this is.
Okay.
At combat, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, do you have any other shoots?
These dudes are out of range, I'm pretty sure. 15 centimeters.
Oh, it's 15.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought they were 20. Okay. Yep. Yeah, combat. You could do your gross first.
So it is going to be 42 attacks, or plus 3, so 45. I'm not going to roll 45 dice, so I'm just going to do 20 at a time.
You'll probably crash the program if you do 45 dice.
There's 20. So 5 so far. So that's 17.
17 hits or 17 total?
17 hits total. I have 5 more coming your way, though. Oh. So that is 21. 21 total saves you have to make.
They don't have any saves, so they'll be
They have any saves.
wiped. Uh, 6, 12, 18, 3. All right. So 3, 6, 9 attacks back. Hitting on 4s.
Okay.
So 3.
3. So 3 5-ups. Save 2 of them. Saved all of them.
Okay. So I have 3 supports, which takes out that. So 6, 12, 18 divided by 2 is 9. So that's gonna cause them to all die, right?
Why?
Well, I don't want to make way. I guess. How far is 9? Yeah, they'll make way. So first unit. Okay, second unit is okay. All right, they're all touching because they have to make way the least amount of space as possible. Or they got an inch, they got a centimeter between them. That was actually fine. And these guys go bye-bye. All right, would you like to pursue?
Yes. So I'm going to touch this daimyo over here. So he has to go to a unit 30 centimeters near him. Doesn't have to be the one in combat, just has to be somewhere.
He'll go to the one that's behind them, and they're not in combat.
Okay.
And you have 2 wound hangovers. Right. Rush go at it.
Okay, so this time I'm not getting all the bonuses, right? So
No,
this is
you
just the
are,
base.
because there's a 9-inch pursue, so that's +3, so that's 4. That's +4 to each one of them.
Oh, wow. Okay, so then 27, so that's 54.
Mhm.
It's 3 is 57 attack. So, all right. So first one is 10
Mhm.
plus 8, so 18 total. Twenty-seven total hit.
Okay. These are 5s up. Yep. 13 here. Save 3. 14 here. Save 9 total. So that would put you at 18 again.
18.
Yep. 12 attacks coming back at you on 4s up. Four back at you.
5 ups. So 1 more wound.
All right, and then those samurai are wiped. You get 3 wounds on them, and then you want to pursue into the next block of duders. And that puts my breakdown to 5.
All right, so this would go on to your turn, though, right? Because that's 2 separate combats I just did.
Nope. That was one combat, and this is the second combat because the samurai were supporting the Teppos. So if you don't want to do that, and then they're got their bases touching inside the woods there, so they'll be defended. So we'll do this 2 times max, but really it'll be 1 because what will happen is if I lose, I'll bounce back into the woods and you can't pursue me.
No, I'll still do it. I
Okay.
mean, no reason to give you.
Because you kill the dynamo if you're able to bounce me back.
Yeah. So, Ashigaru. All right. Yeah. Yep. So on
now
this
is
one,
no bonuses because it's an advance.
No bonus. So this is just 5. Mm-hmm. Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 33 attacks.
Only 33 this time.
There is 15. That is 9 so far. And here's the rest. Nine plus 9, so 18 total.
Okay, so 10 attacks back at you.
But wait. It's not 19 shit. Because you're defended, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh shit, yeah, so they're 5 ups.
Yeah, let me redo that.
Let's look. Okay, so
this is 6.
Yeah, if you click the chat, it shows you. It logs it in the chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14? You did 2 batches, right?
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14.
Okay. But I rolled like poo-poos. So 2 hits back at you. My 10 attacks.
Oh, you killed it off.
Yay.
Goes away.
All right, so I got 3 supports, so that brings one of these bad boys down to a 1. So that's going to be 9. So it's going to be Samurai going to go back 5. Plebs are going to get nuked, and Dynamo is going to get nuked.
And I will advance.
Oh, Cab can't go in the woods.
I can't go in the woods, yeah.
Yep.
I can fall back, yeah.
Mhm.
So 3. Nice, so 14.
All right, that's the only combats, right?
That's it.
Cool. All right, my turn 3 initiatives. So you got 1 breakpoint there. Initiative over here in the Knights. Home back on the Flyers. Up to 40. Orders. Hors d'oeuvres. Tengu. Tengu doesn't care about that. All right, Shengu into the Samurai in the woods. They're going to be -2, so it's going to be a 6. So they'll go 10. Shengu over here will give an order on the Tengu. Oh, no, yeah, because I home backed. Okay, yep. So still half pace, so we're still good. Hmm. Shogun
Are
is
you
gonna.
charging?
Yep.
You can charge on a failed command.
I don't know.
I don't think you can. I could be wrong, but
You want to look it up for me
yeah,
while
I'll
I
look
do
it up.
other things? Okay. Yeah, I don't know because I think you can because it's only a half move. It's not a quote unquote failed command. It's like a half move. But I'll look it up. Or you look it up. I'll continue to drive here. Sorry. Shogun is going to order this just brigade of awesome on that hill that hasn't done anything. All right, and then we're going to try to give the doggos an order with the Shogun.
Oh, yeah, it
on
says.
this one.
Sorry.
Nope, yep. What does it say?
It says unit brigade that fails its first command roll in the command phase can still move at half pace, but without changing formation or charging.
Okay, and that's in the optional rules.
And flyers can only move 10 centimeters. This is in the optional rules.
Okay. I don't know what to do with them because we messed that up earlier. I'll just put them over here. All right, so dogs -1, so looking for an 8. Just nearly. So he's gonna clip that dude, so that homie can go do something. And then the Shogun is going to give an order to those knights that are just kind of hanging out. Deserve some combat power here. All right, that is. Oh, I guess he'll go for ninjas. We're all the way back there. So outside of 20, outside of 40, so -2, 3, 4. -4. So looking for a 5. Nope. But I do get half move. All right. Shooting. Timmy Tuppa over here is going to shoot at these brutes. So 3 shots at the brutes. Looking for 4s.
Jeez.
3 hits, -1 to your save.
3 6s.
3 drive back. 10. It's a couple more.
Not today, Satan.
No. And then 3 ninja stars.
To the lead.
To the lead belchers, yeah. Because I think they're the closest. So 5s, because we're all in the woods together. 2.
6 ups. 2 hits.
2 drive backs, which are forward.
I got confused.
So
how would I move these? Like forward?
Yeah, and I would have to. I think it's worth double checking because I think they would die because they would go forward away from me because it's directly away and they would hit my own peoples, or they might get sucked into combat. All right, this is the first time we've encountered this. Both go after the rule book.
Doesn't say about enemy. If units driven to enemy units engaged. Units driven into enemy units, engaged units, or friends who do not make way become confused. They're already confused, so they're not dead. But they're gonna go like
What page is that? What page you see that?
Hold on. It's page 26. The drive back.
We seem to be on different rule books. You're looking at the Warmaster Revolution rule book?
Yeah, the compendium on the Warmaster page.
Is that the I don't have 26 is not that for me.
Look at shooting at a glance. It's bullet point number 4.
I don't necessarily the shooting and glance has the at the glances sometimes it led me astray with the lack of depth. But here there's actually more depth in the drive backs than everything else. Units. So units driven to enemy units, engaged units, or friends who do not make way become confused. Oh, so you okay. So then I guess you bounce around me.
So that's the thing I don't know is do I stop or do I like just bounce behind you?
I don't know. Drive backs. Roll, taking each dice. Moving cat, driving back the enemy.
Because really, I don't go through you. I go through my friend. I would stop like there because I'm not gonna make. I can't make way.
Yeah, so they would stop there, become confused because you can't
Yeah.
make way because you're locked in the combat.
Exactly. So either way, no matter what, I
Yeah.
was.
Okay. Yeah. It was just weird.
Yeah.
I feel like there should be more. I feel like this is not that much of a corner case scenario for it not to be completely flushed out, but whatever. It's probably something a lot easier and more obvious that we're 100% missing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go into. Oh my god, my heroes didn't move. Shogun is happy where he is. Shinjua is gonna go. He doesn't have to be there to do anything. He's just gonna hang out right there. All right, this guy is really pissing me off. Yeah, screw over his flyers, but he'll go right there. All right, now combats. So Oni are going to get 5 attacks on the charge, 5, 10, 15. Hitting on 4s. Just double check I'm not missing anything. Shingu. Nope, just +1 to demonic instability. Okay, yep. So that is 7 hits onto the Rhinoxes. Rhinox eye.
7.
Yep.
7 5-ups. Save 2, so 5 wounds.
And then your swings back.
Alright, so say he is with him, the Shugenja is with him?
Is not.
Not with them. Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 plus 3 is 28. 4s 15. So that's 4 so far. It's 5, so 9.
9 5-ups. Two, so I take 7.
I lose by 1.
Yep. 4, 4, 5. 4, 4. Yeah, 4. So 7 is 2 guys. 4, 8. No. He has 1 wound left. Okay.
You did 5, right? So one of these goes away.
Was the Rhinox Rider with them?
Yeah.
The guy. Okay. Oh, I guess I'm a temple demon, so I'm immune anyways. Okay, I thought I missed that, but okay.
Yeah. In fact, I forgot to apply it in the other combat, but it didn't
Oh,
matter.
everybody. That was Smoke City down there.
Yeah.
Right, so the one guy is going to wrap around. So it's a pursue, but it's only a pursue of 1 inch. Well, not even. It'd be 0.5, right? Because there's 2 units.
Yeah.
So just a +1. So that's going to be 5s again. So 5, 10, 15 with 2 supports. Looking for 4s.
Oof.
9 on that one.
Let's save 2, so 7. 5, 10, 15, 20 back. And
10. 10 5s up. Uh, 3, so 7.
it's 7 to me, right?
Yeah, and then my 2 supports.
Yeah. So I lose.
So 7 wounds to you, 9 combat score.
I lose by 2.
Yep, you go back 1 inch. And then you did 7 to me, so this guy had 4, he had 1 left, and so there's going to be two hangovers, and they're going to obviously follow up. That's free chicken.
Mutually
Here's
assured
die.
destruction.
All right, was that at least 1 unit wiped?
Yeah, it
Was
was
it? Okay.
actually.
Yay, progress. All right, now this mess over here with the Ogre Bulls. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then the dogs are 4, 8, 12. So 42 attacks. We'll do it in rounds of 22. So first round is 13 because they're Skaven Samurai. And the second round is 9. So 22.
So statistically, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna pull them.
Okay.
I'll just
You
do
could
my
use,
attacks back.
yep, and just -1 because of the flank.
That's a 9. All right, so that's 5 back.
All right, 5 ups for 5 ups for the samurai. Yep, 5 ups for the samurai. So 6. That should be 2. Yep, 3. So 3, 6. 3, 6. Okay. So advance. The samurai will advance and the dogs will fall back. Samurai will advance into the Noblars and go 20 centimeters. And dogs will go 3d6 because we don't really want to hit our shooters there. 10. Okay. 4, 8, 12, 16.
No. You don't have to. I'll just do mine
Oh,
back.
okay. Yeah. Good point. Yep.
The 6. So 2.
5 up. So there'll be 1 hangover wound, but I won't be able to pursue into another combat. So this will be 7, 8. Too much. And I'll go here and I'll do this for you. This is Unit 1. This guy by himself is Unit 2. Because he was on the far left, and then when they wheeled over, he's on the far right. So there's 1 samurai left in this cav unit, and then samurai unit 1 is full strength. Because all the hits went into 1 samurai unit. All right, happy times. Over to you.
All right, initiatives. Belchers into the flanks there.
Mm-hmm.
Guess it would overlap, right?
Mm-hmm.
Think this is too risky to go like turn and then over here, so let's go straight over into that. Yeah. So, all right, on some moves. Ah, man. All right, starting with Butcher. This goes away, but they're confused right now, right?
Yeah, Blood Belchers.
Yeah. That just means they can't receive an order, or they can still shoot. They can't shoot either, right? They can't do anything this turn.
No, because the confused token goes away at the end of the movement.
Oh, okay.
Or I'm sorry, at the end of the command phase.
Command phase, gotcha. All right then. Anyways,
you can't initiative.
Right. Sure. Onto this. Sinopolars, the whole battalion.
Oh yeah.
So looking for a 7. Oh my god. All right.
I love it. Where's the mighty Noblar Brigade going?
That's a good question. The question is, how cheeky can I get? Like the traditional
other side of the hill.
Noblar routes.
Yep. So now I got to go over the hill, see you, and then do another order if I want to get them. That's what I thought you were going to do in the first place.
Well, yeah.
I understand the desire to try to shoot, but
just not gonna work. I forgot also this was a solo dude there, so
Yeah.
it's just not worth it.
I mean, you could get
Uh,
lucky and peel him off, but
Use them, but no, I don't think I can peel them off with your armor save. I don't think so.
1, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, it's tough.
All right, so that's good there.
Mhm.
For bulls next from the butcher,
Mhm.
be an 8. Yeah, I guess. So I can do with the butcher. So onto the bruiser.
Mhm.
He's going to this unit right here. 7.
Stare at these arcane runes for a second.
So I guess I'll just pour it back here again. And then Tyrant on another brigade there. 8.
He loves it.
Okay, but
I'll go behind.
that's gonna give them another order. Why not?
Mhm. Hmm.
No, yeah, no, he needed a 7 on that one. Okay. So yeah, that's that. So combats. Let's just do the dogs first.
Yep.
Iron Guts are gonna have 5 attacks each. Wait, what am I doing? I'm missing like shooting and magic. My bad.
Mostly just magic
Yeah.
and hero moves, which is apparently overrated because we never remember them.
I mean, seem to just forget it like all the time. This is probably not the right move to make. Yeah. There. Iron up. Some magic. Let's see, you got Teppo there. So we'll do we'll do the shooting one on the samurai unit right here. So it'll be 5 up. Yep.
All right,
All
doggo
right, so now
combat.
the combat doggos. So
Yep.
5, 10, 15. Reps. The 7, 8. Excuse me.
8, 5-ups. All right, so 6. And I'll do 9 attacks back at you. Getting on force. So 4.
Down 4.
Mhm.
Save 2.
So I go back 4. And then you did 8 or 6, so that's 2.
Okay. We'll continue.
Mhm.
All right, so that's +1 still.
Mhm.
Again.
+2. Yeah, you're gonna kill. Yeah,
Yeah, so
I'll just do my 3. 2.
2. You said? No.
Yeah, I did 2.
2 4-ups. Oh, the dog's actually got to stand. But I will. Bugs. Yeah, I guess I'll go into the cav.
Mhm. I'll attach to the samurai.
So, combat.
Mhm. I got 12 attacks. 4.
Saved 1. So 3.
Yep. And then your swings back.
Do I get a bonus for that one or no?
Nope, because that's in advance.
So this is 8 attacks. Ooh, there we go. This is 7.
5 up. So 4. So that will be a stand, lose by 1, go back 1. And then you'll get +2 or +1 for the pursue.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll have a wound left over. I'll do 6 attacks back to you. 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
Mm-hmm.
Saved 1, so we do 3 more.
Mm-hmm. Your swings back.
So +1, so this is 10. Shit, 2.
All right, 2 5-ups. Save 1. I had 1 hangover wound, so I'll have 2 hangover wounds. So I saved 1, so you did 1, so you'll go back 2.
I don't know why this is being this way.
And then I will not pursue, or I have to pursue. So I pursue, and I'm going to get +1 to that combat. Bushido, I have to pursue. All right, now the Oni. Let me do the Oni real quick. So they're going to be -1, so that's 3, 6, 9 attacks into your Rhinox Riders. So that's 6.
Save 3, so 3.
All right, now you got a bunch of swings back.
So 5, 10, and he's charged, right? So 10, 15, 20, 25. That's 6 so far.
Five go through.
And then 7 more.
Ooh. 3 go through, 8. 3 go through, 1, 2. No. Oh shit! I forgot that counts the stupid 1 up there. So the first one I saved 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 5 went through, and then 2 went through. So 7 total for you. Okay. So these 2, so that's going to nuke them for the 2. And then 4 is going to nuke them, and then a 1 wound on them. And then it is 7 to 3, so 4 back up to 7 because of your supports. So I'll go back 7. And then do you want everybody to pursue?
So the lead belchers, these dudes here will,
Mm-hmm.
but the Rhinox riders won't. So Rhinox riders will fall back.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
They will fall back, yes.
Where will they fall back to?
But like, I guess they.
Oh, I guess they can't go through that, right?
Yeah.
So like they're here, right?
Mm-hmm.
That your dude.
Well, I guess if you do move 1 model at a time. How much did you get?
17.
So you can make it all the way here. If you move 1 at a time, I would assume that's what you want. Oh boy.
Okay. Like there.
Yeah, this would be like the limit as far as you could go. If that's what you were looking to do.
Yeah. Just some kind of angle somewhere.
Yep, and I'm gonna move your Leadbelcher to touch me, and I'm just gonna say there's no way it can do enough attacks because I only have 3, and I'll delete them. So after they move up, do you want to advance into those samurai, or do you want to fall back? Then you would hit him, and he would go. We'll call him over here.
Be 12 versus 12 if I did that. Yeah, I think I'll fall back.
You get to stand and shoots.
Yeah. These dudes would have.
Yeah, they would be behind him, so you can just fall back and yeah.
I'm closer, so let's fall back.
Maybe reform your line there.
So we're going 9. All right. That's that. Here. Does this just carry over into your turn? Okay. All right, then.
All right, so what are we looking at? I got 5 breakpoint. I lost the 1 unit of samurai so far. You're at 6. You lost 2.
I lost 3. I lost.
Oh yeah, the Nobblers too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you started at 9. Yeah. Okay. Initiatives. That's a really crappy combat. All right, they're gonna go for it. Samurai
Some of my
combat.
Belchers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do your 3 shots.
Two. That's 1 armor.
Two.
6 ups.
So +2 to your combat score. We'll get an initiative supporting charge right here. All right, we'll do a home back. So 40 towards the nearest character. And he's gonna step on him. All right. Mr. Shaman the First is going to. Oh, that could be a Shogun order. Yeah, I'll wait. Okay, we'll start up here with the Cav. I'll give the order to the cav from the shaman on the Tengu. So we're talking about a -1. So looking for a 7. All right, try to go again. This time a 6. Oof. Just gets it. I'll put him in the combat. I'm just going to leave my guy hanging out in there. That's a hot mess. All right, in true Skaven fashion, they're going to go after the duders. All right.
So,
Yep.
a couple things. Not that I mean, we'll leave it as it is, but like your Shengu or whatever, like he moved over there because we thought the Noblars were gonna go into that. He's technically not attached to them.
Oh yeah. Well, so he's still here, right?
Yeah.
It's still within. No,
It's just.
still within.
I guess
Well,
that's all
yeah,
that really
because they don't
matters.
go 20, because they go there and then they go in. Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
you're right. Doesn't change anything
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
He does stay there.
You rolled low enough that it didn't matter.
Do we want to give an order to the lead belcher or to the? No. Okay. Back over here. We're going to order the Teppo command. We'll go Teppo command and the schlubs behind them. So half the brigade, -1 for a 7. Wah, wah, 10. Come on, TTS. Okay. Shogun, -1 onto the Tengu. Gonna give him an order. So looking for an 8. By the skin of his teeth. Shogun. All right, and then he's going to give this samurai brigade over here an order, and this is going to be a 7 as well. Or, yes, a 7 as well. I didn't mean a 7. I meant an 8 as well, right? He's a leadership 9, first order on that unit. So there's no -1, but -1 for the unit. So an 8 passes. Right? Or am I tripping up?
I think you're fine.
Okay. I was just saying the wrong word. On samurai. All right, they're touching, but all right. And then since we're already here, let's go last time for the Shogun. Gonna raise some ninja from the dead. And by dead, I mean from ambush.
What's that rule called for the your tango can like homecoming or like the homing?
Home back. Well, it's it's for any type of flyer. It's after initiative moves are done, you home back because you have to be within 20 to get an order.
Huh.
Hero. Right. Yep. Questions? I'm gonna do hero moves. Shooting, so we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ninja stars into the lead belchers. Hitting on 5s because we're all in the woods together. 1.
Goes through.
Make the 1 ninja star right in the toe. Nope. But they'll go 5. All right, combat. Let's do the iron guts.
Yeah.
Do you want to do your swings, or you want me to do all my swings, or?
I'll just do my swings.
Yeah.
There's no way I can win
Yeah.
that. So
Onto the
2
knights, yeah.
on the knights.
Yep. Oh, sorry, 2. Yep. It just took a second for me to register what just happened. 5 up. 2. So I had 2 hangovers. So 1 more dead and 1 left over. Samurai Cav are gonna fall back. Samurai Command. So the first group of samurai are gonna go 11, and the second group of samurai can go. Okay, so we'll just call it 11. So everybody is same. Okay. Oh shoot. Do you care if I shoot my tepos real quick? I forgot they existed.
Sure.
It's 30. So we'll just go into these. Oh, it's gotta be closest. So these guys right there. So it's just 3 shots. 2 hits, -1.
Into the bulls.
Mhm.
So 2 hits. They'll just be confused.
Mm-hmm. All right, now over to this lead belcher combat. So you're starting with 2. You want to do your swings first?
Yeah.
And
So
it's gonna be -1 per stand because of the flanks.
6.
Mhm.
Nothing.
So 5, 10, 15, 3, 6, 9, 24. I'll do 12 and 12. Make TTS happy. Seven plus 8, 9, 10, 11, 14.
So they are dead.
Oh yeah, because they were lead belchers. They have a built to relay save. All right, so 14, 15, 16, 17 divided by 2 is 8. We'll go fallback with the monsters because they can, and the samurai will pursue. They have to. 11. So 8 is 2, 3. So plus 3 per stand. So 7, 14, 21 samurai attacks. Do 11 and then 10. 4. 7.
So save 3 so far. 7 total?
Mm-hmm. 7 total, yep.
Sorry. So I guess I saved 3 so far.
Very good.
And then. So that's 3 total wounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then.
Swing him
8,
back.
12. So 8.
5 up. Two, so 6. And that is a push.
Push. Yep.
So that's what? D6 backwards?
Both of us.
I don't know. I gotta look it up. It's been a minute since we pushed. Draw. Both sides must fall back. Okay. We both do fallback move.
Just a fallback.
Mm-hmm. 12.
6. This isn't like causing confusion, right? Like I can just.
You don't have to do the full.
You do or you don't?
You do not. No.
Yeah.
There's no real good way to do this. All right, and then up here, how do you want to do this? Just want to do your swings first, and I'll do my swings. I think it'll be -1 because of terror.
I'll just. So these are gone.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Well, I'm gonna have to do my attacks because you have those supported units in there to see how far they would go back. So
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, and then +3 for the Shingu, so 23.
Right, they did 5 attacks. Hits.
5 hits. I'll do saves on here in a minute. 4s, so 7, 8 so far. Uh, 9, 10 so far. 10 total. And I got 4 to save.
Mm.
So 4 wounds. That will kill the outstanding and put 1 wound over here. And I'll go down down to 4.
Oh, I forgot my stand-in shoots. Let me do 3 more. 2 more.
So 1 more, so 5 total.
Five, moving back 5.
You did 4 wounds at me. You did 5 wounds on me.
Yeah.
You have 10 wounds back on you. And there's no saves, right?
Right.
Yep, so go back 5. So plus 2. So there's 6, 12, 18, back to 21. They don't have any saves, right? Yeah. So 3. Oh, gross. 3. Then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wow, they lived. So I did 1 back to you.
And you took your -1 for terror, yeah.
Yeah.
One more. All right, so 1 to 8, you go back 7. That stand's got 1 wound on it. And I'll be plus 3. I mean, it's just gonna be, it's basically taken off. You'll do your attacks and. Hmm. 5? Yep, because I didn't move my counter. 5 for you.
So I've got 3 breakpoints left here. 4.
Yep.
So let's see. Initiative. So I have to initiative on the closest unit, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll go ahead and initiative on your Tengu.
Mm-hmm.
Can't get into the forest.
Yep, because so they'll have to hit the front.
Yeah. Okay, though. I can take these dudes on. So these. Can I move through my own units or no?
No.
All right, okay. So Iron Guts will go like this.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. And then dudes will go like this. So we'll wrap around.
Yeah, you could just leave it for cleanness.
And then That's good enough. All right. Orders. So if that is the case, yeah, I'll still do it. Then, but he is good. Butcher will do this whole brigade over here.
Mm-hmm.
Just do their half move. Like this. And then the tyrant will attempt to do something with these lead belchers over here. So let's see. So -2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
So 5.
Still can
So
go 10.
outside of 20. So what can I do? I'm gonna stay in the woods though. No. Because if I don't handle this, like you're gonna push me out. So yeah, I don't know. Let's just do that. Because if you somehow make it all the way over there, I mean, I was doomed. So yeah, that's good there. Here moves. Butcher will do blood guts on himself.
Mm-hmm.
No. Move first though. We'll join
The confuse goes away.
that unit. I'll be that. There we'll go like here for now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And that's that. So
Cool.
combats, we'll start with this one over here.
Mm-hmm.
They charge to 6, 12 attacks. So 5.
5 ups. Save 2, so 3. And I have 6 of attacks back. Two. Two saves for you.
So 2 bones.
Yep, so 3 to 2. I move back 1.
Okay.
You could pursue
Going.
your bonus attack.
More.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 7. Or, sorry. Yeah, 7, 7.
5. Three back towards you.
So 2 more, so 1 dies.
Oops. I gotta rewind, sorry.
Okay.
I should be moving them backwards.
Anyways.
Oh, good. I'm glad that didn't do anything. There's still a unit there. I deleted both of them by accident. Just gonna put a unit of Cav sideways and call him Tengu. There's only one wound left on him.
It's not worth losing my whole unit over. So I'm gonna fall back.
Okay, you did 5, and I did what? 1 there too?
2.
Okay, so I moved back 3.
I'm going 8.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll go here.
Mm-hmm.
So 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31. So 8 so far.
Mm-hmm.
Plus
total.
10, 18 total.
5 up. Take 8. I hate when dice don't clear off.
Yeah, me too.
Alright, so 8. That's gonna peel 3, 6, and then one guy left with 1 wound. Alright, and then I have 8 attacks coming back at you. Or no, I'm sorry, 12 attacks coming back at you.
Onto what? The bulls or the iron guts?
We will we'll put 4 into the iron guts and 8 into is how they're split up. So the 8 into the iron guts because I can't put them into the bulls. So 4.
Okay.
And then 4 into the bulls. 2.
One.
So I have 1 support. I lose by 3. Would you like to pursue?
I would.
All right, you'll get +2 attacks with everybody pursuing.
Okay, so 6, 12, 18, 36.
Mhm.
Uh, 9 so far.
16.
16.
Yeesh. 5 ups. I need to 10 of these. That's not going to happen. It's going to be a wipe, and they're going to have 8 attacks back. Since combat res doesn't matter, we'll just go all into the Iron Guts. One, two, three, 4 wounds. There are 4 hits.
So 6. So that is 1 stand gone with 2 left.
And that's 2 different units that just got wiped there, so that puts me at 2.
Okay.
And then, would you like to pursue, or I'm sorry, would you like to advance? Or, well, they would be up another 8, right? So,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. So I'll advance.
into the Tengu.
Tango, yeah.
Right, you're gonna smoke him. So I'm gonna peel him, and we'll do my 2 attacks into you.
Oh, let me bring back my wounds. Yeah.
So onto the Iron Guts. 2 hits from the Tengu.
Saved 1, but that peels it. So.
All right, now you've done 2 attacks, so you can't do another advance. You can fall back.
Fall back on everything. So Iron Guts will fall back. Uh, 4. And Bulls.
Consistent.
I do it like that. So maybe.
And we'll call it out of initiative at least.
And then what else? Oh, we've read through shooting over here.
Okay, yeah, you can take your shots.
6 at these ninjas right here.
Looking for 5s.
All right, so 3.
That's gonna do 3 draybacks and wipe a stand. So -1, right? Yep.
Yeah. 15. So 15 total. I'm confused.
Right, and then do 2 attacks for the Gnoblars. There's -1 for terror.
So 2 attacks. 1 hit.
5 up. Save. So he has 1 wound left. I have +3 attacks. I have 7 attacks each. Yeah. And then we will fall back. Ugh. All right. 2-2 going into my turn 5. So initiatives, obviously the samurai are going to do that.
It's stand and shoots.
These samurai are going to go into the ogre bowls. The general is going to, the shogun is going to have the Teppo command. Yeah, because I just got to peel off 2. They got to win this combat. Teppo command is just going to go get an order. Screw it. We'll call it the whole brigade get in order. -1 because we're within 20, so looking for an 8. And he'll give the samurai his left in order at an 8. Nope. All right. We need to make this decisive. So the shogun's going to come in here, and the monk is going to come in here. If we don't win this, we'll be down by 2. Yeah, we just got to go for the win. All right. I guess we can do shooting, 3 ninja shots into your ogres. 1 hit.
Saved.
Save. Okay. Samurai Cav, 5, 10, 13 attacks. Is there Skaven? Five attacks on you, or 5 hits on you, and then you get your attacks back -1.
So 6. So 3.
4's up. Save 1.
How much damage did you do?
5 to you, and you did 2 to me. So you're gonna go back 3. And they'll pursue. They did 3, so +2. So 6, 12, 15. Yep, that'll get him. 7, 8.
So 3 to you.
Yeesh. Two. So that will be 4 total. So that would wipe one, give 1 to 1, and that one's gonna fall back. Not gonna pursue. 12. All right. So that comes down to the Ogre Bull combat here. Samurai Charge, so that's going to be 5, 10, 15. Shogun is in there, so 16, 17. The Monkey Monk is in there, so 18.
Oh, you picked the highest, so it's 17.
I'm just making up rules now.
I'm not.
Making up rules. 17. No, you're right.
Need every piece of advantage, every piece of rules loring right now. So
5.
how many is that?
6.
6. Okay. 6, 5 up. And I have not made like any saves today.
Oof. The Bulls have been getting it pretty bad, but I guess the Iron Guts too.
The Iron Guts, especially.
The Iron Guts have been, yeah.
The team back.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 7, 8, 9.
5 ups. Nice. Saved 1. So 8. And then 3. So I have 12 to 8.
How many did you do to me?
Minus 3 to this. So I had.
You did 6 to me.
Oh, I already put it there. My bad. My bad.
I was like, you did.
I was wondering why that 3. I need a different color dice for the supports. So I did 6 wounds to you. So 9 to 8. So you can go back 1.
No, it's a push. I have a support.
Well, that's stupid.
Oh man. So you did 6, right? So that's 1 goes away. I'm going back 13. Fuck, I don't even know. There's no good.
I have the move for it. So I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, over to you. Two to 1.
Yeah. See, hold up. You know what? That's cheating. Don't do that. So okay. Initiatives. So these will go in. store like that. Yeah, so this all is going to go in here. Yeah, that's all I can do. Let Belcher just stay there. So, heroes. Everything is going to go in here because this is it pretty much, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
all right. So magic butcher will attempt to cast the blood gorger on himself.
Mm-hmm.
Goes off on a 6. Need to spell it.
Yep. 4 up. Nope.
Yep. He's attached to the bulls.
Okay.
And so yeah, it'll be +3.
I'll do 6 tempo attacks into your Nobblers just to get it out of the way, and then it's all you.
Yeah, go for it.
3.
3. So 1 will die. Take this. Well, you would pick, right? Which one you want to do? I'm guessing this one.
Yeah, I'll just go after Nobbler 1.
I guess it would remove the stand before I get into combat with you, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, because this is combat.
It is combat.
Yeah. I just did it to get it out of the way because you have a bunch of stuff.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So 5, 10 +3, so that's 13 on that side. Or 8, 12, 16, 20. So it'll be 33 total attacks. So that is 5, 8 so far.
Mm-hmm.
So 17.
All right. So 3, 6, 9, and then they can be so through 17. You said.
Yeah.
So I got 9. So I got 6 more left on 6 ups, or 9. So 8 more left on 6 ups. So 7. So 1
7
left.
to me.
So they took 1 wound. So I saved 6. 16 went through.
Or your attacks on me?
I already did them. Oh, I guess these guys right here can attack you. I did all these guys up front, right, into your Nobblers.
How many? I didn't hear how many hit.
Remember the 3. We did this. Remember I did 6 attacks and 3 hit. The Nobblers in the front, and you tried to take them away.
It's 2 more.
Onto the Bulls, because I forgot about these guys who are only touching them.
So saved 1.
So I have a combat res of 4. You have a combat res of 16 before we do support. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21, 17. Half of 17 is what? 8, 9. So he'll come back 9. Then would you like to pursue?
Do, but I just realized, like, so those are both Ashigaru. So you have a samurai here. There's no way I can get over here. These are gonna. I didn't realize. Yeah, these are gonna just side charge into here, right?
Yeah, but you kind of got my Shogun pinned down there.
What? Oh, your Shogun's here. Oh, my bad. Okay. Okay, yeah, then pursue. I will pursue with the bulls. All this nonsense over here.
So I don't. Was that a pursue or is that an advance? 'Cause that's a different combat now. So now we're looking at pursuing into a new combat.
Am I allowed to do it, or do I have to keep with the same combat?
Moving pursuers.
I mean, either way, I'm gonna do that, and then.
Well, it's a matter of how many attacks you get against them. Okay, so pursuer cannot be placed into edge-to-edge contact with the enemy. They can be positioned in a corner-to-corner contact. Often this is inevitable when resulting in stands moving into what would be otherwise supported position. This is called incidental contact. You're not, however, units making a supported pursue are not permitted. Okay. Okay, so you would. It's on page 49. So I'm going to move the Nobblers real quick.
Yeah.
So the way I understand it, you would pursue here. Right? This guy was supporting. So he's here. He can have corner-to-corner contact, cannot have edge-to-edge contact. So you'll get the pursue bonus attacking them. You don't get the pursue bonus attacking them. These guys, not everybody would be able to do it. I would assume you'd want the bulls to continue forward, right?
Yeah.
So then I guess you can go Nobblers
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's say you go Noblars 3, and then the rest of the Noblars go pound sand somewhere else. Because then you'll be able to put the Noblars into these guys, which you don't really care about, and then these guys into these guys, which you do kind of care about. But you don't get the pursue bonus, you just get your basic attacks.
Basic attacks. Okay,
Yeah.
let's do that. All right, so yeah,
Let's do the. Yeah, it won't matter if you smoke the general.
So, we got to do this. So, Truest thing is still active, so they got 5, 10, and then the Iron Guts get to go as well.
No, because they were the supporting unit in the pursue. So the supporting unit can't make contact.
Gotcha. So 5, 10 plus 3, so 13 attacks onto your samurai.
Mm-hmm.
So 5.
All right, 5 ups. I save 3. So I take 2. I do 4, 6 attacks into the bowls with the samurai. So 3.
Big Guts. My God, dude, I can't believe it comes down to this. I have to save at least one of these. Oh, I saved all of them.
And then do the Noblars.
So 6. Uh, 5.
Right, so 5, 6 ups. Nope. So they'll get nuked. Okay. So the way I see it, because this was incidental contact, they got drawn in. This was a different combat kind of going on here. This combat's over. I'm going to back up 2 inches. I lost by 2. And you're going to pursue me.
But isn't your Shogun dead?
Oh, yeah, Shogun's dead. Yeah. All right, good game.
I don't know, man. I feel like we missed a lot of stuff. I don't know. I had this weird feeling the whole time.
What do you think we missed? I mean, this got messy. Like, this combat definitely got messy towards the end, but I mean, theoretically, the moment I didn't win by committing the general, the game is over. You know what I mean? So we might have missed the minutia in the movement, but I committed the general and I didn't finish the game. So
I honestly feel like you had me dead to right, so I just feel weird that it kind of just swung that way all of a sudden.
Yeah, but that's the thing I'm always on edge about because you only got to take out 6 units. You know what I mean? Like, my break point is 6. And it's not like the samurai have a 4-up armor save. They have a 5-up armor save. So you caught, I mean, in that one combat, right? This combat up here, I missed like by like 2 hits or whatever to wipe you. So then I had to bounce back. Or no, we drew, right? We drew, so I bounced back and I lost 2 samurai. So I went from, that put me to 4-2. You know, and then I had one guy hanging on here. You know, maybe I should have not charged with him and hid him somewhere. But then he died, so in that turn, you lost a lot of crap, but someone died here, 2 guys died here, and we went from 4-2 to 2-1. And then I knew I was going to kill the Noblars, so it was 1-1, and it was a matter of getting this kill right here. and I didn't get that kill. But that's why it swung so bad.
Yeah. That about makes sense, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it was a good game either way.
Yeah, I mean,
That
this
was
is just another game that came down to the last turn and like one or two breakpoints, right? I mean, you killed the
Yeah.
general, but it was a breakpoint, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to think like there's a part of me that wants to try not taking the Noblar spam. It would bring my break score down to about 6 or 7, depending on how I do it, but
That'd be rough.
it'd be rough, yeah.
I mean, because realistically, how many Nobblers did I kill? 3?
Yeah.
4? Let's say
4.
4, because I killed this whole brigade, right?
Yeah, because you killed the whole side over here, so it was 4.
And you had 8, because you have 4 over here.
Mhm.
So you bumped up your break by 4, and I killed 4. Not bad, considering they eventually whittled them down to they took out a knight, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like in these maps where there's a lot of blocking terrain, there's a lot of impassable terrain, and there's hills. I mean, Nobblers are garbage, but they're not that garbage because it's kind of harder to get to them.
I think maybe that's why I was just kind of feeling like weird. It was just the terrain. It was just like the way that like and I did it to myself, quite frankly, like splitting my force like that. But
Yeah, but
yeah, like the tight corners and stuff, it just felt very.
you got what you wanted though. Like you got that good first turn, and once you were here, you pretty much owned here, right? You
Yeah,
owned this gap as soon as you passed your first couple of orders and got up to here, because there was no way I was going to stick my neck out, especially with how far you pushed your cav up, right?
yeah.
So it's not terrible, and yeah, you split up your force, but there is no way to not take on the meat of your army head on, because your Rhinox riders did work all day long, and then I couldn't get a flank, and I couldn't really get any supports that I needed or rear charges or anything, because you just kind of pinned yourself in between these two rocks.
That's true too. Yeah.
I mean, if
Are
anything,
there
this
any,
whole fiasco with the lead belcher saved you, because otherwise I probably would have gone after the lead belchers as well with the knights, you know?
yeah.
I probably could
Are
use
there
the
any
samurai better. Or not the
I
samurai, the
think
ninja, the ninja.
I don't know, man. Like your ninjas are where they need to be every time. They like every time they show up, I get annoyed. To be honest, like it's like instant -1. Now it's like I have to deal with like shots and being driven out and possibly
Yeah.
confused. So
And then if you go like big cojones and just ignore them and show me your rear, I
yeah.
mean, what's going to stop me from going a long bomb charge from a shogun? You know what I mean? Like that's too risky for you to get combined charge like that.
Are there any maps that have like objectives?
Oh, we can add the objectives. That's what I was going to say next. I think we've played enough kill 'em all games.
Yeah, breakpoints. I think it's time to add objectives.
Yeah. So breakpoints it's just like Blucher, right? The breakpoints are still there.
Yeah.
I think it just ends the game. So there are scenarios, I guess, where you could lose by breakpoints but win the game if you secure the objectives, even though it's kind of hard. But that kind of exists. So if you go into the Warmaster Facebook group and files, I think it's
Uh-huh.
Winter Roller 2021. Those missions are a lot better developed than the ones in the rulebook.
Okay.
But we can look at those, and whenever we play next week or whatever, we'll definitely do a non-breakpoint game, a mission game.
Well, depending how far, dude, because I'm gonna spend the majority of Sunday putting everything together. My goal is to get everything on bases, and then, like you said, paint at least a couple of units. If I don't paint them, then I'll definitely paint them through the week.
Mm-hmm.
But for sure, I don't know where you are with your armies, but you get like an in-person game in. I feel
Oh
like.
yeah, so we can do like Friday Chaos Dwarves. I can wipe the dust off my Chaos Dwarves, and the good news is I can use Slave Orcs, right? So I have way more than 2,000 points for that army.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you ordered that. Wow, yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of one of those weird buys where I ordered them and they painted them in like 5 days. I mean, I also cheated, right? Because there's like 6 or 7 dwarves per base.
Dude, there's like 3 ogres
Yeah, I
per
love
base.
it. It's awesome.
It's
I
ridiculous.
love
So,
like I wish Noblars could be brigaded, so this could be a better army. Like
yeah,
maybe -1. Maybe if you're brigaded with Noblars, they're -1.
it would
But
just, yeah, I could see that. But that would be kind of like the way the Yetis are, I guess.
yeah, but
Uh,
at least I don't know. It's just
it's rough because it's hard to get all the supports that you want
yep.
without like doing this kind of thing here, where you do that and that's okay. Grab a support, but I don't have the battle line that I want with that. So
Yeah. And I mean, and I guess I get the whole you don't want them to be OP'd, but them rolling around and then high elves being able to roll around with impunity with leadership 10, like what's the difference really? You know what I
that's
mean?
the
Like the
thing.
idea that ogres are
The fact that
supported.
leadership 10 exists is just. I almost wanted to build like a dark elf army just to have it.
Well, yeah,
Seven
that's
army
why
that
I did that back. I backed that Kickstarter.
did you? Yeah, nice.
Oh yeah, I went full degenerate, and we're gonna have like five or six armies here. I'm still working on the battle for 5 armies.
Honestly, I think I might do if I were to get another army next, it'd probably be Bretonians, honestly, because I think that looking at the way like the ogres look, I'm like, I think painting them, I'd have to have like an army that has small models per base, and I think Bretonians could do that just because they're all knights.
Yeah, and then if you go to either the plethora of different guys that are casting or the stuff you can print out, anything that's not like original Warmaster sprues and stuff, or not sprues, but blisters,
Mm-hmm.
I don't put them in rows of 5, rows of 6, 2 columns, or 2 rows, 15 models per base. That's way too many dudes per base. You know what I mean? Like for my chaos dwarves, I cut that in half and I made the dwarves last, right?
Really, it could go up to 15.
Yeah. Like or you could do 6, so 12, right? Like if the goblins, I think the goblins are 6 across, so there's 12 goblins on one base. So one unit of goblins, one full unit of goblins, which is 3 bases, is 36 fucking goblins. That's way too much painting for a 40-point unit.
I can't remember, but I don't think Noblars are that much bigger than goblins. And the way that Black 8 casts them, it's like 8 to a base,
Yeah.
maybe, I think. Yeah, it has to be 8, 16, 24. Yeah, it's 8 to a base.
I mean, I'm saying this stuff and I'm like, I'm reaching. I'm trying to get the goblins. I'm tethered to the computer. I can see the box that my goblins are in. All right. If this whole thing goes offline, it's because the computer came out of the wall because I was reaching. Okay, I got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 12 goblins per base.
God.
No wonder why I
That's a
got
lot
burned out.
for an army, for like, Goblin army is weak from what I've read.
Yeah, well, I'm just talking the goblins I have to take for orcs and goblins.
Yeah, oh, yeah, yeah.
And then
You
the
have little.
orcs are still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 10 orcs on a base too.
God.
As opposed to what I did with my rat samurai, and I just kind of mix mash, right? And I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have anywhere between 6 to 7 on a base. And, I kind of have them like going about with give them a little bit of motion. But I did that with the chaos dwarves too. Except the chaos dwarves are a lot more static from the Cibolo's little dudes. These Skaven from Primarty Forge, there's a lot of like motion in them, so you can spread them out and you can make 4 blisters turn into 6 units.
Oh.
And that's what I did. I bought 4 blisters. I'll do 6. Well, yeah, I'll do 6 units of them. No, even better. I'll do 8. I think I bought 5 blisters and I'll do 8. 6 units of samurai. Taking some of the like extra characters you get that have flags to give banners, and then I'll have 2 unit of Ronin on standby. And the Ronins will just be samurai. Each guy will be multicolored because they come from different clans or whatever, and then they won't have a unit banner. And that's how I'll figure it out.
Nice.
But I don't know. I feel like that's more. I don't know what the word is. That's more better. And I'm just not. I'm not painting 36 goblins per unit.
No, I couldn't do that. Like it would burn me out a lot. Like so, I feel like this is the right call. I'm
perfect.
glad I went Ogres.
Yeah, I
And I
have.
meant to tell you, it's
It's
cool. So just an interesting story. I think it was you. Like you were there with me that day. We were at Multiverse, and it was back when Will used to work there.
Yeah.
And there was a box of Reichsguard Knights, the Empire.
Yeah.
His like little like garage sale bin or whatever, and I bought it for like $20. I have it on eBay now, and there's going to be like a huge bidding war on it. It's gonna go for like $100+. Like I have it at 110 right now. So
Hell yeah.
dude, it's just nuts. Like like this stuff is like immense if you have it, you know.
Yeah. Go access to that old hammer stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Cool. Well, thanks for the game.
Yeah. Thanks for the game, man. So we'll definitely figure something out for next week.
Yep. And thanks. I'll probably cut this up a little bit. Maybe cut out some of the post ramble because it's like 3 hours and 22 minutes total.
Yeah.
But
I want us to hear it.
I don't. Yeah, I figure people will just stop listening. If someone like made it this far, they're obviously painting or falling asleep. But
yeah, I made a conscious effort to not curse as much this time because I noticed that when I forgot that you were recording last time, I just let my potty mouth go.
I do it too. But sometimes I get like, I'll get distracted by something and I'll say something stupid. And I'll be like, I could edit that, but that's a lot of work. that's more work than I'm willing to do. Unless I timestamp every time I swear. But for anybody who made it this far, thanks for watching.